Welcome to the South Carolina Teaching Standards 3-day Evaluator training. In this training, you will prepare yourself to evaluate South Carolina classroom-based teachers. You are nominated by your district and have the requisite experience to be a valuable resource in helping teachers deliver high-quality instruction and reflect on their professional practice. The Office of Educator Effectiveness and Leadership Development values your commitment to this endeavor. In our office, we seek to design and implement a rich, comprehensive educator evaluation system that is meaningful to educators, aligned to the intent of professional growth and development, and thoughtful in implementation. Again, thank you for your willingness to serve. What does a meaningful evaluation system look like? First, we know that one size fits all doesn't work. It's important to consider the unique needs of each educator at varied points in their professional career. Educators at each contract level need different support. Also, remember that adept guidance reflects minimal expectations. Districts can elect to observe more frequently. Finally, while sclead.org supports and documents the educator evaluation process, all districts don't utilize all available system features. Check with your district to ensure you understand how the process will be managed. You might ask, why did we change from the SAFE-T portfolio-based evaluation model to a rubric-based one? First, the former model did not ensure timely, actionable feedback after the observation. The SCTS rubric has that feedback built in. Secondly, we were driven by the profile of the South Carolina graduate. If educators are expected to produce college and career-ready students, they need the skills, abilities, tools, and feedback to do that. The profile was front and center in the selection of this rubric as the evaluation instrument to evaluate and support educator professional practice. A working group of education stakeholders studied multiple validated rubrics and felt NIET's 4.0 rubric reflected the knowledge, skills, and dispositions of the classroom leader that would support college and career-ready students. New evaluators often ask, how many times are they expected to observe an educator? Well, it depends on the contract level. Here is the breakdown of how many times educators are observed by contract level. If you have any questions regarding how many observations are required, please contact your district's ADEPT coordinator. Let's switch gears for a moment and discuss this training. You will be engaged in the training for 3 action-packed days. On days 1 and 2, we will explore the instruction and planning domains. There will be time on day 3 for 3 important things. You'll explore the environment domain, you'll receive an introduction to the certification portal, and you'll experience a full observation and scoring practice session to assess your readiness to observe. This practice will be similar to what you'll experience in the final cycle. This training will also prepare you for the certification test you must pass to receive your evaluator credential. The training will also prepare you to orient other teachers in your district to the SCTS model, should you be called to do so. Now, I'll transition to a brief review of the evaluation cycle. This slide depicts the 3 key components of the evaluation process: the pre-conference, the lesson observation, and the post-conference. This is often referred to as the POP cycle. It's important to note that both pre- and post-conferences are required for preliminary evaluation cycle observations in the fall, and the post-conference is required for observations in the final evaluation cycle in the spring. Pre- and post-conferences are critical components in the SCTS model and are based on best practices for supporting teacher growth. Let's continue by reviewing the components of the rubric. The rubric has 4 domains, but remember, you'll only score 3 of them during the observation. That's the instruction domain, the planning domain, and the environment domain. Each domain is weighted. The instruction domain accounts for 50% of the overall rating. The planning domain accounts for 20%. The environment domain accounts for 20%, and the professionalism domain accounts for 10% of the overall rating. This slide highlights the landscape of the rubric. Within the rubric, you have the domain, highlighted here by a yellow arrow, the indicator highlighted by a green arrow, the descriptors highlighted by the black arrow, and the performance levels highlighted by the red arrow. The big key idea here is a teacher does not have to display all of the descriptors in order to rate a specific performance level. The rubric should be assessed holistically. You'll learn more about each component and how to score during the training. We will use an asynchronous platform to manage your assignments and track your progress. Please refer to the logistics email you received for login instructions. Also, be sure to review the SCTS rubric prior to the start of training. We look forward to working with each of you as you prepare to support educators in your district. Thank you for your commitment to this endeavor.